Good morning. Welcome to Fairplex. Specifically here at the Learning Centers at Peterson Garage. I was going to call it the museum, but that's a few miles down the road. But let me say it is such a pleasure to be here today. I'm Walter Marquez, President and CEO of Fairplex, and so grateful to have you all here today. I especially want to thank Assembly Member Freddie Rodriguez. He's responsible for why we're all here today, and it's a pleasure to have you here today. I'd also like to welcome other elected officials that are out in our audience. I get to have the pleasure of calling him our Corey Kaleke, who's a city council member for the city of Claremont. So thank you, Corey, for being here as well. Along with the elected officials, it is a pleasure to welcome and recognize the Learning Center Board members that are here. So Chris, Brian, and Mike, if you please stand and be acknowledged. These are our board members that work tirelessly and effortlessly in pushing the program forward, making sure that the youth that are in the region get the education and the training that they need that we're able to provide here at Fairplex, and it is a pleasure to have them here. You will hear a bit later from the chair, Mike. And let me just say, Assemblymember Rodriguez, what a pleasure it is to have you here again. You have been a big friend of Fairplex through these years in my tenure here at Fairplex, always asking, what can I do? How can I help? And it's not just words. We're here to really recognize the action of what are behind those words. And understanding the state process, just the little that I do, I appreciate even more the work that you've done here from the aspect of what you were able to bring in this gift to Fairplex, because the state is dealing with a deficit. And you're committed so much to this region and the district that you serve that the work that goes on to deliver the allocation that's here and why we're here is going to do wonders for the youth in this region. And I thank you on behalf of Fairplex and the board for partnering with us in the dream of what the Learning Center is to this region and what it means to the youth and the economic lift that it will create to the individuals that actually get to participate in this program. I don't know if you're all familiar with the Learning Center and all that we deliver. We deliver various career paths for youth. Not everyone's going to college, but everyone needs a career path, and we want to be part of that process. The most exciting thing that we're able to deliver with this program is that it's free. It's free because of the kindness of our donors, of gifts, Assemblymember Rodriguez, and your support, that we're able to deliver this program and set youth in a career path that will be transformative to them, their family today, but to their family in the future and for their grandkids and generations to come. And from that aspect is why the Learning Center is so important to Fairplex and why Fairplex remains committed to it. So, Assembly Member, on behalf of Fairplex, thank you very much.
Good morning, and thank everybody for joining us here today. As hopefully this doesn't fall, I have a few words to share, but as I was talking to some of the members earlier, I have a very fond personal relationship with the Fairplex because, as you know, I'm born and raised here in Pomona, and I'll never forget, as an elementary student here in Pomona with PUSD, that every year when we started school in September, we'd get that free fair ticket, right, to go to the fair back in the days for that month of September. I always look forward to going to school in September to get that ticket the first week of school and tell my mom and dad, hey, when are we going to the fair? I got my free ticket from elementary all the way to high school here, because I went to, back then it was Hamilton Elementary, Fremont Junior High, and Gary High School. So just wanted to do that little shout out with that, with my fond memories of the Fairplex. So once again, I want to thank everybody for joining us this morning to celebrate the successful state budget allocation for the learning centers here at the Fairplex. I want to begin by thanking Walter and Roberto for graciously hosting us this morning. And as Walter talked about, as the state faced budget deficit this year, I was committed to doing everything possible to obtain needed funding to improve the lives of my constituents. Good jobs come with strong training, and that's exactly what we'll be doing here today. With that said, I'm incredibly proud to have allocated $1.9 million to fully fund adding new classrooms at the learning centers. And this couldn't have been possible without the huge support and relationships I have with many that helped me secure that funding. Obviously, like I said, I have a fond personal relationship, not just with the Fairplex, both Pomona, everything they do. And I think sometimes when you're born and raised in a community, and I can kind of remember back then, politics for one was not something I planned on getting into, just something that I got involved in a park issue and brought me to elected office. And I see the struggles of our communities, and I think this is a big win-win for Pomona in the region. We talk about our future growth and development and educating our students. Well, this is a win-win right here, as this funding will allow the Learning Center to enroll an additional 40 to 50 students in their welding and urban agriculture programs to help address LA County's workforce needs. According to the LA Center of Excellence, there will be 3,700 welding job openings over the next 5 years in LA only, but only 396 will have awards. And a UCLA study found that less than 3% of the urban agriculture comes from food desert communities in LA, and less than 7% occurring in cities with the highest obesity rates. We have to do much better. This program serves diverse students from disadvantaged backgrounds and low-income communities. Once again, I'm honored to obtain this funding that will provide an essential tool to help students contribute to their community, explore their career paths, and have a well-rounded education. So once again, I want to thank everybody here, and let's get the official check. We go deposit at the nearest ATM. So let's come to the front. And I think with that said as well, correct me if I'm wrong, Walter, anybody, I think this is the first time that the Fairplex has got direct state funding from the budget, right? I think this is the first time. Yeah, I think the first time, and you know, as I look back, all the years I was born and raised in Pomona, all the folks that come in and out of offices and as elected officials, but I think it just takes a commitment from the people. And I think, once again, I said earlier, being born and raised here, I think I have a big heart for this community, especially the city. Any organizations like the Fairplex that can provide resources for our future generations. So hopefully this is just the beginning of much more funding, much more growth at the Fairplex. I think the future is bright with this funding. I think this is the beginning to much more opportunities for our youth, as we always talk about. What can we do for our youth? I think this is the number one. We're going to start here, and we're going to build on it and bring more. So with that, thank you all for helping and coming together. And once again, thanks.
Hi there, my name is Mike Beckman. I'm chairman of the Learning Centers. And again, thank you so much, Assemblyman Rodriguez, for the very, very generous gift. And it was the first time that we've had that honor. And so I think, speaking on behalf of the board, our passion is the children in this community, this broader village that we live in. I'm also a lifelong resident of San Gabriel Valley, and my commitment, and I think my fellow board members' commitment, is to the youth of this region. The Learning Centers, we feel, is a perfect and a perfect organization, but also a regional organization that can benefit so many kids. And this gift will allow us to be able to expand that gift to them, to be able to help find success in their lives. You know, ultimately, my kids, sometimes they're not always sure of what opportunities are there for them. Sometimes kids aren't sure that college is for them. But the one thing that they're going to need is a good paying job. And that's something that we're here to try to deliver, to give them experiences that they can draw upon in their life, that maybe they'll find themselves through a career that we can maybe open their eyes to, and ultimately help them be successful in life. And I think, I used to work for an organization that used to say we like to share to our customers the best kept secret. Well, we think we are one of the best kept secrets in the region. And I think what we want to do is be able to expand on what we can do for youth to be able to help them find success in life. This is going to be a huge lift to us to be able to provide more capacity for more students to engage. And I think with the pandemic, it was a blessing and a curse to all of us. But for us, it's almost giving us an ability to reimagine who we've been, but more importantly, who we can be. And with that, and our passion through the board to be able to help serve our kids and help them find success, that's where we're headed, is to be able to reimagine ourselves, and ultimately with gifts like this, to be able to help provide more to the youth of the region and help them find success in life, which is really our future, all of our future, this country's future. So thank you very much, Assemblyman Rodriguez. We appreciate it, and we'll put it to good use.
And good morning. My name is Roberto Viramontes. I serve as Executive Director of the Learning Centers here at Fairplex. Throughout the week, myself and my TLC board members, we've been texting back and forth like, what an exciting, we were looking forward to today for Thursday. What an exciting time, what an exciting day. This is going to be great. This is going to be awesome. In terms of what we do here, the TLC functions as like the nonprofit education arm of Fairplex, and we do it all. We do early child education. We do farm field trips. At one point we did the arts, and we're going to do arts education once again. And then, our big flagship piece of educational programming is our career technical education programs. And and TLC, we weren't immune to the impact of the pandemic. How many nonprofits closed during the pandemic? How many school districts lost student enrollment, which they have not recovered till this day? And so at TLC, we lost staff and we lost enrollment, but we have been building back up. We've been adding more staff. We're adding more enrollment. We're almost at this point close to pre-pandemic levels in terms of our student enrollment when it comes to our career tech programs. And now with the partnership and the support of Assemblyman Rodriguez, thank you so much. We'll be able to do more, and that's why we're here, to kind of build out, have an impact, create more opportunities in terms of how we work with our local youth. For building career plans, education plans, so they can out there and be successful and be college and even career ready in some way, shape, or form. We're looking at have an impact, and we're now with this influx of state funding, we'll be able to do a lot more. Thank you to you, your office. We appreciate it, and thank you all for being here.